12 Best Houseplants to Grow in June, Easy Indoor Plants for Summer Wellness. Hello, dear friends of Earthly Delights. Welcome back, or if you're new here, welcome home. If you've clicked on this video, I already know something about you. You're someone who notices the little things, how sunlight filters through a curtain, the joy of spotting a new leaf, the peace that comes from tending to something living. Maybe you're a seasoned plant parent with shelves full of green companions. Or maybe you're just beginning, curious, hopeful, wondering if one small plant could shift the whole feeling of your space. You might be working long hours, juggling responsibilities, and craving a moment of quiet. Or perhaps you're simply searching for something meaningful to care for, something that gives back. Day by day, leaf by leaf, whoever you are, and wherever you're watching from, this video is for you. Because June has arrived, and with it, a new rhythm, longer days, warmer air, a season of green beginnings. And today, I'm sharing 12 of the best houseplants to grow this month, plants that thrive in June's light, adapt to your lifestyle, and help you grow something more than just leaves. So if that speaks to you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Here at Earthly Delights, we don't just grow plants, we grow peace, purpose, and a little more green in everyday life. Now, let's begin. Part 1. Green Allies for the Summer Kickoff. Summer doesn't ask for permission. It arrives with sunlight pouring through your windows and a quiet sense of motion returning to everything around you. June is where growth begins again. And as nature leans into this fresh momentum, it's the perfect moment to invite new green energy into your space, plants that are strong, low fuss, and perfectly attuned to this season of subtle transformation. Let's begin with one of the sturdiest allies in your summer indoor garden. 1. Snake plant, the summer shield. This is the plant for those of you who do everything for everyone, but still want something calm and alive in your home. The snake plant stands tall like a green sentinel, with sword-like leaves that rise from the soil in bold, structured lines. It doesn't sprawl, it doesn't wilt, it holds its space like a quiet warrior. In the warm days of June, it begins to wake, slowly pushing up new shoots from its base. Building its strength silently, it thrives in neglect, tolerates dry spells, and purifies your air while asking almost nothing in return. No fussy schedules, no constant misting, just a bit of light, occasional water, and space to grow. If your life feels busy, your routine unpredictable, or your energy stretched thin, this is your plant. A reminder that strength doesn't always shout. Sometimes, it simply stands. 2. Pothos, the plant that keeps giving. If the snake plant is the steady guardian of your space, then pothos is the joyful companion that reaches, trails, and transforms any room it touches. There's something inherently generous about this plant. It doesn't just grow. It offers itself to your space like a ribbon of life unfolding day by day. With heart-shaped leaves that shimmer in greens, golds, or creamy marble, pothos seems to move with you, climbing bookshelves, spilling from cabinets, softening sharp corners with gentle vines. And in June, under the longer light and warmer air, it comes alive. You'll see new leaves unfurl like little green promises, and vines extend with quiet confidence. What makes it so loved by beginners and experts alike is its resilience. Forget to water? It forgives. Low light? It adapts. Want to propagate? Just snip, place in water, and watch roots appear like magic. If you're someone who's been craving a small success, something easy, responsive, and beautiful, this is your sign. Pothos reminds you that growth doesn't have to be complicated. It just needs a little light and a little love. 3. Peace lily, calm in the bright season. Now that we've welcomed strength and generosity into our summer garden, let's take a breath, a deep, quiet one, because next comes a plant that doesn't demand attention, but gently shifts the energy of a room the moment it arrives. The peace lily, with its dark green, arching leaves and elegant white blooms that rise like flags of stillness. This plant carries a kind of calm that feels sacred. It's not loud, not flashy, but it's deeply felt. And in June, as the days grow warmer and the light hangs longer in your home, the peace lily begins to stir. You may notice a new bloom appearing, a soft, pure gesture of awakening. What makes this plant special isn't just its beauty. It's the way it responds to you. miss a watering, and it gently droops, as if whispering, "I need care." Give it a drink, and within hours, it revives, standing tall again, alive with quiet gratitude. For those of you carrying stress, seeking stillness, or craving a softer rhythm this season, the peace lily offers more than decoration. It offers restoration, a reminder that it's okay to pause, to care deeply, to let your home be a place of healing. Part 2. Summer elegance and structure. As summer deepens, it's not just softness we crave, it's balance. Amid the growth and warmth, there's also a need for clarity, simplicity, structure. That's where this next group of plants comes in, refined, confident, and effortlessly elegant. These are the plants that bring calm to chaos and beauty to the everyday, starting with a true design icon. 4. Rubber plant, the bold minimalist. If your space feels cluttered and your mind overloaded, the rubber plant is here to clear the noise. With broad, glossy leaves that shine like polished stone, this plant stands tall without ever trying too hard. It doesn't trail or twist, it anchors. In the bright days of June, the rubber plant enters its most graceful phase. New leaves emerge rolled tight, like scrolls of potential, then unfurl into perfect ovals with a deep green sheen. Some varieties even carry rich tones of burgundy or plum, adding subtle drama without overwhelming the room. It thrives in bright, indirect light and asks only for balance. Let the soil dry slightly between waterings, and give it a moment every now and then to breathe, to be wiped clean, to reconnect. For those creating a space that's both beautiful and grounded, this plant is your quiet ally. It doesn't need fuss, it needs presence, just like you. 5. ZZ plant, the low-maintenance powerhouse. Not every season of life leaves room for perfect routines. And not every gardener is working with time, light, or predictability on their side. That's where the ZZ plant comes in, a plant built for the real world. For real people, for you. Its name might sound futuristic, Zamioculcas zimifolia, but its energy is timeless, still, strong, and quietly enduring. With deep green, waxy leaves that reflect light like polished jade, the ZZ plant brings structure to your space without ever demanding attention. In June, when your days may be busy and the sun isn't always consistent through every window, this plant still grows, not fast, but faithfully. It sends up slow, sturdy stalks from beneath the soil, gentle signals that even in quiet, things are unfolding. What makes it a summer standout is how little it needs. It prefers indirect light but tolerates low light. It thrives on neglect. In fact, watering too often is the only real danger. Let the soil dry completely, then watch it thank you with quiet resilience. For those of you navigating full schedules, emotional fatigue, or simply wanting one thing that takes care of itself, the ZZ plant is your answer. A living reminder that strength can be silent, growth can be patient, and beauty can thrive with very little noise. 6. Chinese evergreen, the splash of summer color. After all the stillness and structure, it's time for a little flair. The Chinese evergreen walks into your space like a quiet breeze wearing a bright scarf, unexpected, refreshing, and effortlessly stylish. With leaves patterned in silvery greens, soft pinks, or even reds, this plant brings color without chaos. It thrives in the spaces you might overlook, those corners that get only indirect light, or that warm hallway that other plants can't handle. June suits it perfectly. The warm air encourages new leaves to unfold, each one like nature's watercolor brushstroke. And yet, for all its charm, the Chinese evergreen is astonishingly low maintenance. It forgives the missed watering, handles humidity shifts, and keeps looking good through it all. Just let the soil dry out a bit between waterings, and it will reward you with graceful, vibrant growth. For those of you wanting to brighten your home without extra stress, this is your perfect match. A reminder that joy doesn't have to be loud to be bold. Part 3. Tropical touches and playful growth. Summer isn't just about calm and clarity, it's also about motion. About playfulness. About letting life spill over the edges a little. And the next few plants in our journey capture that energy perfectly, starting with one of the most cheerful companions you'll ever bring into your home. 7. Spider plant, the happy multiplier. The spider plant is joy in motion. With long, arching leaves that curl and reach like playful ribbons, It brings a sense of lightness into any room. But what truly makes it magical? The way it multiplies. As June's warmth settles in, this plant doesn't just grow, it gives. Tiny baby plants, or spiderets, begin to sprout on long stems, ready to dangle, root, and start new journeys of their own. Place it in bright, indirect light and give it a regular drink, nothing fancy, and it will thrive. Even if you forget now and then, it bounces back with ease. For nurturing hearts and generous spirits, the spider plant is more than decoration. It's a celebration of growth, of renewal, and of the joy in sharing what we love. 8. Philodendron Brazil, the joyful trailing companion. If the spider plant brings movement, the Philodendron Brazil brings melody. It doesn't just grow, it flows. With heart-shaped leaves streaked in deep green and golden lime. Each vine is like a soft brushstroke across your space. This plant doesn't scream for attention. It hums gently in the background, trailing from shelves, hanging baskets, or climbing if you offer it a pull. And in June, it starts to stretch with renewed energy, new leaves unfurling almost daily. Each one uniquely patterned like a little work of art. It thrives in bright, indirect light but will still grow in lower light, just a bit more subtle in tone. It asks for little. Water when the top inch of soil is dry. And let it find its rhythm. If you're creating a space that feels personal, soulful, and alive with intention, the Philodendron Brazil is your perfect co-creator. A plant that mirrors your quiet progress and reminds you that beauty blooms steadily, at its own pace. 9. Monstera deliciosa. Unleash the indoor jungle. Sometimes, a plant doesn't just add beauty, it transforms a space. The Monstera deliciosa does exactly that. With its large, fenestrated leaves, those dramatic splits and holes, it brings wild, tropical energy straight into your home. In June, this plant leaps into growth. Warm air and long days spark new leaves to emerge, tightly rolled like scrolls of green. Within days, they unfurl into bold, iconic shapes, instantly elevating any corner they touch. Monstera loves bright, indirect light and appreciates space to spread. Give it a moss pole and it'll climb. Let it sprawl, and it will take over your shelf like it's reclaiming a jungle. Despite its boldness, it's surprisingly easy to care for. Water when the top inch or two of soil feels dry, and make sure the pot drains well. For those of you ready to grow into something bigger, to make a statement, to take up space, the Monstera is your green reflection. It doesn't hold back, and maybe, neither should you. 10. Lemon button fern, the mini mood lifter. Not all beauty comes in bold, sweeping gestures. Some of it arrives in small, fragrant whispers, and the lemon button fern is exactly that. Compact, cheerful, and quietly refreshing. This plant brings softness to any space it graces. Its tiny, rounded leaflets line delicate fronds like little green buttons. Brush your hand gently across them, and you might notice a faint citrus scent, light, clean, and completely delightful. June is the perfect season for this fern. The air holds just enough humidity, and the warmth encourages new fronds to stretch out like tiny arms reaching toward the morning light. It thrives in indirect light and moist soil, and it loves to live where the air moves, bathrooms, kitchens, near an open window. For detail lovers and gentle souls, the lemon button fern is more than decor. It's a daily lift, a reminder that joy can be quiet, and small things often carry the most heart. 11. Calathea orbifolia, the mindful mover. Some plants don't just sit in your space, they interact with it. The Calathea orbifolia is one of those rare companions. With its wide, silvery striped leaves that shimmer like brushed metal, it brings elegance but also sensitivity. It notices, it responds. Throughout the day, its leaves gently shift in rhythm with the light. In the morning, they lift slightly as if waking up. In the evening, they relax and fold inward. It's like the plant is breathing with you, reminding you to slow down and tune in. June is gentle to the Calathea. The rise in humidity, the softened sunlight, the open windows, all of it helps this beauty thrive. It prefers indirect light, moist but not soggy soil, and filtered water for best health. If you're someone who values quiet rituals, who lights candles or plays soft music at home, the Calathea orbifolia fits right in. It's more than a plant, it's a living presence. One that mirrors your sensitivity and teaches you to move through life with grace. 12. Aloe Vera, the summer healer. As we reach the final stop on this green journey, it feels only right to end with a plant that gives back, in the most literal way. Aloe Vera isn't just beautiful or easy to grow. It's useful, generous, healing. With thick, sculptural leaves filled with cooling gel, aloe is a time-tested remedy for sunburns, skin irritation, and even dry summer air. But beyond its medicinal magic, it's also a stunning plant, especially in June, when sunlight encourages its upright leaves to reach higher and grow fuller. It thrives in bright light, needs very little water, and actually prefers to dry out between drinks, making it perfect for busy plant parents or those new to indoor gardening. Place it on a sunny windowsill or near your kitchen sink. Let it live where light and life move freely. And when you need it, whether for a sun-scorched shoulder or a moment of calm, you'll be glad it's there. Aloe Vera is more than a plant. It's a reminder that care isn't just something we give, it's something we grow into. Growing yourself this summer. So here we are, 12 plants. 12 invitations to reconnect with something quieter, truer, and deeply alive inside your own home. Maybe one of these green companions spoke directly to your current season, whether it's the strength of the snake plant, the flow of the pothos, or the healing touch of aloe. But remember, this wasn't just about choosing a plant. It was about choosing to grow, intentionally, gently, and in your own time. Because just like plants, you don't have to bloom all at once. You only need light, care, space to stretch. June is not just a new month, it's a new rhythm. And every pot you water, every leaf you notice, is a step closer to a more rooted, radiant you. So tell me, which plant are you bringing home this June? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to grow alongside you. And if this journey brought you clarity, comfort, or a moment of peace, do me a favor. Tap that like button. Share this video with a fellow plant lover. And subscribe to Earthly Delights for more green inspiration every week. Until next time, stay grounded, stay curious, and as always, keep growing.